What's up, Janette? How you doing? Hi, Bella. Hey, Haley. What's up, Love MG? Hey, Amber. Hey, C. Justine. Hey, Minister April. What's up, Luke? What's up, Christina? Hey, Rose. Hey, Mrs. George. Apple. What's up, beautiful? What's up, April? Happy, what is it today? Tuesday for us? Tuesday for here. But then for some of you, like you guys in Australia and etc., it's Wednesday, right? So happy Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm about to take a nap. Yay, yay, yay. Hey, Carmen. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I put a lot of hard work into it. From Melbourne, Australia. Hello, Grand Rising. Good morning. We'll give it a good moment. Let everybody get a fair chance to come in. I am having a great day. Thank you. Productive day. Today's your Saturday. Oh, your day off? Hey, hey, good to see you. What's up, Jen? What's up, Die Nasty? Hey, Charisse. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and start explaining the rules of the chat, and then we'll get into this. So, you have 3 options when it comes to getting a reading from me on a live. The first option is the completely free option. You simply, what you got to do is make sure if you're wanting your answer, okay, I need you to do 3 things. I need you to comment your name, I need you to comment your zodiac sign, and then I need you to put a yes-no format question. If you ask something that is not in a yes-no format question, I'm going to continue to look until somebody has. You must be talking. I've had so many people call me today, it's insane. I just had a call come in. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. If you are in here for the free readings, and if you say something like general pull, or if you say, when is this person coming into my life, etc., I'm not going to answer questions like that. I need you to follow the format, okay? And I completely understand if you need a refresher. Everything I'm about to say, if you click on your screen and you look at the description of this live, you will get the refresher on all of it, okay? The people that are allowed to ask for general pulls are the gifters and then the subscribers, okay? My computer just turned off. That's weird. It never happens. I need my music for sure. Give me a second to go turn my computer back on. That's really weird. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, anyways, so if you're wanting to go ahead and do a super chat, those are the people that are allowed to get general pulls. And if you are somebody that's interested in that super chat, what you have to go ahead and do is, again, pull up the description of this YouTube live, and there I have a chart. I have a little chart that shows you basically for the energy exchange what I'm going to promise you. All movements, all transfers are energy exchanges, and money is one of those. So, long story short, if you're going to give, let's say, $1, I'm going to promise you a certain amount of cards and a certain amount of time I'm going to put into your reading. If you're interested in super chatting, click on the description to see the breakdown. And the third option is if you go ahead and become a subscriber while you are on the live, I do get a notification, and those individuals go ahead and get a general pull, a law of attraction pull for whatever is needed for a thank you and a welcome to the team. We got the trollers going in strong today, don't we? Let's go ahead and do that. Alright. Give me a second, guys. I don't... Let's see, go this one. Perfect. I have to do a couple in a row, guys. Just give me a second. Okay, got that one. Jeremiah, if you'd like to be in my chat, please keep it appropriate. All right, what I'm gonna do for you. Some of these people are getting sent out. Yours is something I'd say I'll give you a warning. Okay, so if I see again something that's not along the lines of spirituality, a question for me to help you, like the whole purpose I'm here, then this is your only warning. I will go ahead and unfortunately have to remove you. So the choice is yours, my friend. All right. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you for your patience. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start our dynamic. All right, so I had 2 people from yesterday's stream that were the last super chatters. Let's go ahead and start with them. And then we'll get into the free people while we make our first group of super clusters, okay? All right, so Nikki Minko, you were the one we left off on last night. Are you going right in your spiritual journey? You're wanting to know if there's anything that maybe currently you are not aware of? Okay. Is there certain things that she's not aware of? What does she need to know right now? Fostering that mindfulness and heavy-hitting energy. Okay. So what I'm hearing with you right now, you're absolutely on the right track. You're starting to realize, like, there was a part of your life, there was an imbalance with your energy. You're like, why I have this hazy mind? Why am I feeling like I can't trust my own discernment? You were going through a purge. Think about like literally when we're sick and our body is purging out the toxins. We do spiritual purges as well, and I tend to see spiritual purges, you become cloudy, foggy, because there's like a film that's over your third eye. It's almost a sense of protection. What I'm seeing with you, my friend, is you've overcame that purge, that energy of it looks like a lot of self-doubt, but also malevolent influences that you haven't had in your life for a long time. But these were people that did they made such a staple impact in your life growing up that we don't realize some people we haven't seen in decades were still getting over the things they done to us. We have an illusion. We have something for so long, and finally your mind was like, we're ready to actually deal with this. So they're wanting to know you are on the correct path. All that hazy feelings and etc. was the spiritual purging. Dope. And right now, the best thing you can do is let your actions over speak. And they want me to say it that way specifically because if you've ever heard me say the thing where don't let your actions overspeak your words, everything in life is situational. About 8 times out of 10, you're not going to let your presentation overspeak your words. But for those 2 times, you have to have that. Like, it's like when people get you to that point, and they push and they push and they push, and the only way to finally get them to leave you alone or stop using you, stop belittling you, is by being like, yo, just go with me here. It's just the energy. Yo, shut the fuck up. I am done. That intensity, that niceness within you, when you're somebody who goes ahead and has been pushed to that limit and starts saying things like that, people realize the tower moment has crumbled. There are so many individuals that are very proud of you for putting up the walls that you had to against themselves. There's certain friends, there's certain people that understand completely why you had to do now what you did, but they also respect you enough to know that you don't need to hear they're sorry. So you are on the correct spiritual path, and it looks like this next stage, a lot of self-doubts with who you can trust has been purged. Okay? All right. How's the music also, guys? Is it too loud? Let me know if the music's too loud. All right. Let's go ahead with Purple Rose. She was the last one we left off on last night. And then we'll get into the people here today. All right. So you were wanting a general pull. Purple Rose. What we got for Purple Rose today? I feel that you're going on like a journey to somebody else's home. And they want me to say it that way specifically because it looks like either this has been a very long emotional journey between you and this person, or literally to see them, you have to travel pretty far to their home. I see two people that are no longer stepping on their own toes when it comes to trusting their intuition. There's going to be a lot of physical effort that's put in these next few months to see each other. But you're no longer being your own bully, and neither is this person, neither is this masculine energy. You're going to dive into getting to know each other again, because that's the thing, we continue to get to know people. None of us are the same individuals we were years ago, and it looks like this time separation, there's a lot of courage to be able to express their emotions to you now. All right. What we're going to do now, I'm going to start formulating the first group of super chatters for today. But then we'll make sure to do some free people before we get into that first group. All right, so let's go ahead and start formulating. Gryffindor! All right, Dynasty. You've been added. And please like the stream, guys, if you're here and chilling and vibing. Helps me more than you realize. All right, it looks like so far that is the only super chatter I see. So let's go ahead and just let them formulate. All right. Honored to help you. Man, is my phone doing that thing again? When I'm not seeing your guys' stuff come up? I think my phone's doing it again where this happened yesterday where I'm not seeing people's messages come up. I'm probably going to have to go back to I'm probably going to have to go back over there. Because I'm on Wi-Fi. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me go check over there. Thank you for the technical issues. For being patient during the technical issues. I won't keep you guys stranded, though. Alright, I pulled it up here, actually, just to be sure. Because I thought this might happen again. Oh, yep. Definitely. Yeah. It's froze again, guys, so I'm going to have to do it back over here. I think I'm just going to need to start setting up shop over here when it comes to the live readings. Because the last person, it was forever ago, it shows here. Okay, yeah, it doesn't even show me the same amount of people. It's not even showing me you guys are liking. We're going to start doing it from here on out because I don't want these technical issues over and over again. Okay. I'll just learn a way to make a cool little vibe over here. It's crazy. That I can put this farther right here. I'll probably just start using my webcam up here then too. I won't even use the phone anymore. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start like how I do when I'm on Twitch. Okay. And cards. Alright, now I'm going to start labeling you guys. Alright, so... Perfect. Right, started with D Nasty. Now we got Alvin. Got you, brother. Turn this light on for me, too. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Alright. Purple Rose. Got you. You've been added. Okay. Perfect. No, I'm doing a mix of everybody. I'm formulating the first Super Chatters group. We're going to go ahead now and start with some free people. Again, please make sure that you guys are asking yes/no questions, adding your zodiac sign and your name, okay? Right. Oh, good to see you from Dubai. Yeah, there's a lot of automatic stuff. Let's see. You guys, please make sure you're doing yes/no questions, okay? Okay, Simple Chaos. Mason, you're a Sagittarius. Is Riley wanting to tell you how she feels? Is Riley wanting to tell you how she feels? Yeah, it looks like they're getting in their own way, though, okay? So, this individual, they're not a big planner. There's somebody that's just like, I'm kind of a spur-in-the-moment type of individual, type of person. And even though that's exciting, it can be a crutch also, right? This person loves the stability I'm hearing that you bring into their life as a friend. This person, I see, would not be really willing to press play on this connection. Meaning, if part of you has been wanting to tell her how you feel, I'm not saying you shouldn't express yourself, but it may not be the right time. Sometimes we can so fast want to do something and it actually can ruin it. There needs to be more building between you two. But I do see the ability for this to not go completely... I'm not seeing the light dimming away from the idea that she's an attraction to you. But I have to say it that way because I feel this person is attracted to you, but there's somebody else that's on their mind as well. So any part of her that would be willing to explore you two definitely won't be able to happen until she has gone ahead and released this karmic connection, okay? And today, guys, we'll be here for anywhere between an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. And afterwards, we are having an after stream on Twitch. All right, next person. Honored to help you. All right, dope. What's up, Eros? I think I said your name correctly, right? Eros? You're a Pisces, and you would like to know, are you going to have an encounter with a crush soon? Okay. Okay, cool. You're gonna have a counter with a question. Counter with a question. So you've wanted this to happen for a while. This isn't just like a momentary crush. You know what you feel for this person. I do see that there's this middle ground between you right now. There's a mutual attraction. The biggest thing about this person is confidence. They're very attracted to confidence. And that doesn't mean you have to be this like overly confident person, but something about you I hear is you can kill the sound of bullshit. I know that was a weird way to say it, but I don't know if there's somebody in your life that kind of talks that way, but it seems that something that really attracted you about is how you can see when people are going to start making excuses. And you listen, but then you go, no. We're not going to go that far. And you've already defended her before, haven't you? You've defended her honor. Whether this means something, if she's a coworker and somebody was trying to get her to do stuff that she doesn't need to do, and you're like, no. She's got stuff to do. She's not staying late so you can go party or energy. Or if this is like even like your friends and you just see somebody like nonchalantly being rude to her, other men in her life have not defended her and just made her feel that that was normal. She has to deal with that. And you're somebody that really she sees as such a stable part of her life. And that's where I think the fear would come in if she found out that you liked her that way. Because that's scary. That's a hard one, dude, because she's like, finally, there's a guy that's not wanting something from me, just wanting something. He's just here for me. And in the reality, yes, you are, but you do have feelings for her. But it's not like the other people. It's not like you're just wanting her body and etc. So that's why it's not the right time yet. But continue to hold this confidence. Continue to be a safe space for her. Show her by your energy and your intention that the last thing you care about is all of the intercourse and all of that stuff. That's icing on the cake because of who she is. And that's stuff that you guys can think about way down the line. She's going to need a long time because she really is not going to want to lose this connection with you. Okay? All right. You the OG blunt sage? Scroll up a little bit here. Oh. It glitched up for a second. Come on, man. Okay. Maybe I should just delete some stuff. I don't have that many apps open. Or not apps, but pages. It's all glitching up on me. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't like how fast I'm scrolling. Alright. Alright, Athera, we'll go with you. Will the Leo in your office come clean about his feelings for you? Will the Leo in your office come clean about his feelings for you? Yeah, he's in that middle weight. That prize bringing the financial gain. I don't see right now this person having the ability to come bring this to you, but there's like I feel like there's a North Star effect with this, meaning this is something where it's like, no matter how far this connection can go, you know he's been put in your life. You know for some reason he's put you on a direction. It's opened up something about yourself. It's brought you a form of inspiration. I do feel that there is an end game with this, like meaning there is a expressing, but it's going to be a little while. I'm seeing that you're one of those people where his private life is private, and so are you. You don't like a lot of people knowing what's going on in your life at all. He may not even be a person that barely even posts on social media and etc. And you may be somebody that does. So you have this complementary thing about each other. Okay, what Spirit wants you to know right now is I do see him bringing that participation and you gaining the knowledge that he has something more for you, but it's not going to be anytime soon. There still is a lot of work in place with his own life. No frickin' way. The chat better scroll back up, man. Okay, it did. I'm going to start putting down other people who have super chatted because I just in case. All right. I got you, Hannah. You've been added. I've never had this problem before the past 2 days, so I don't know if there's like some form of an update that's going on. But we'll power through it. All right, CJ, you've been added. Amanda. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Hannah, CJ, Amanda. Adding you to the list. Montine, you've been added to the list. All right. Thank you, Bella. Sierra, you've been added. Yes, Montaigne, I see you super chatted, okay? You're going to need to wait your turn. I'm doing 3 people right now. And you are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the super chatters, okay? All right. All right, I got everybody so far. Now let's go ahead back to some free people. All right, Kat. Hey, I'm glad you're here. All right, is Colby thinking of you right now? And your Cap Moon and Pisces Moon. Okay, cool. Is Colby thinking of you right now? Is Colby thinking of you right now? Absolutely. He's thinking about how he wished he would have had more resilience. He pushed you away from a deep emotional wound. The reason he pushed you away was because of the deep emotional wound. He feels very embarrassed about the way he talked to you because it came from a place of not him. He feels like there's 2 different sides to himself, and you've seen them. Like, there's a complete split, even down to the way his voice sounds, the way his face looks. And what he's thinking right now is about how he wants to do this quick recovery with you. But you guys have done this so many times. What I'm seeing right now is he is definitely having you in his heart. He's thinking of you. And there is a spark of him being like, maybe this isn't over. Okay. I'm honored, man. Okay, Shawnee boy. What's up, Sean? You're a Taurus, and you would like to know, are you going to find love this year? Are you going to find love this year? Absolutely. Okay. You absolutely are finding love this year. You overcame a connection that What I'm hearing is you were deeply in love with somebody, that the connection was real, but it never got off the feet. And so it kept you in this limbo for years, wondering, is this coming back? Is this coming back? Maybe I just need to be okay with the surrender and eventually she'll come back. Excuse me. I see in your private thoughts, in your mind, she no longer holds that space. It is nothing against her. You see she was a reflection. She helped you. She helped you see what aspects of yourself were stuck in toxic masculinity, things that you didn't even know you were doing. This connection, you were destined to meet her, man, but you weren't destined to stay together. You taught her things too. I'm hearing that you taught her a lot of things, reflection on going forward, what the respect that you did give her, even though there was a lot of, I'm hearing impulsivity to try to make things go faster. See, that was the weird blend, because the conversations you had and the way that you acted when you weren't writing off anxiety is exactly who she wanted. But when you're writing off anxiety, you start doing things you thought she wanted you to do, or the masculine, I'm the masculine, so I have to go ahead and be assertive and I know what I want, versus respecting the space. You both have helped each other so much. Okay, and because you went ahead and released this and you truly know and you've told the universe, I'm not waking up another day thinking it's her, you are finding love this year. You are finding a person. You're able to take all this energy and actually move with it. Give it to somebody that's ready for the same healthy relationship as you. Okay. Remember, guys, name, zodiac, and yes, no question, please, okay? You can click on the screen for the description. I'd love to give you a reading, why rabbit. Just go ahead and follow what I just said before. Okay, Leslie Spikes, you're a Gemini, and you would like to know, will you be in a committed relationship soon? Will you be in a committed relationship soon? All right, so you're in the same exact collective as our friend beforehand, but this is where the details are different. The energy is the same, the details are different. You are still holding on to somebody. I'm not saying that you're like holding your life off for this person, but there is still a big part of your heart that's like, I think they're coming back. I think they're coming back. You do not need to chase. Here's the thing that I'm feeling with the specific difference between the two of your lives is this person still asks you and wants you to chase them. And when I say ask, I don't mean here. I mean here. Your telepathic connection. Chase me, chase me, chase me. And Spirit says you can go contradictory with what you're telling them to manifest. One day you're telling them to manifest your divine, your true love. And then the next you're telling them to manifest this exact person. And the thing is, this person's not the divine. I can definitely tell you in a live reading, if it's something this intense, it is not your divine counterpart. Karmics are very different than karmics. What you go through with karmics is very different than going through roller coaster bumps and realistic ups and downs with a divine. You are completely correct. That person before, they, exactly like we were talking about with our friend beforehand, is done. You served your purpose. You have to wake up and tell the universe, I know that. And I'm not going to backtrack my own manifestations. You will, but you have to go ahead and release that connection. All right. Hey, Maria. Hey, Maria, you're a Pisces. You would like to know, will you meet someone over the weekend and really connect with them? Or you met somebody over the weekend and you really connected with them. Should you pursue this even though it's a long distance thing? Okay. Should you pursue this even though it's a long distance thing? here's the thing about this person. This connection's real, ain't no doubt about it. When you two are, I feel it. It's like 30 seconds in the room together, and everything's like, it's like sparkling. Literally, like there's like a glimmer in each other's eyes. It's a crazy eye contact that you're not even used to. You're not a person that can just look everybody in the eyes. That's something very intimate to you. And there's only been a few people, even you can count on your hand, that you've been able to hold that type of eye contact with, especially for such a short amount of time of knowing each other. I do see this being able to work out, but here's the thing. This person, if you're going to be together, you're going to have to find a balance about how much you guys talk. Go with me here. You're somebody that texts a lot more. You're somebody that likes daily communication. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's phenomenal. But some people, it's overwhelming. Some people, they have so much going on in their life, they don't feel like they have a social battery to do that. It's not that they would ignore you every single day or anything like that, but making time to go on video chats and spending hours on the phone is not going to be something they're able to do with their schedule. Not that they won't never do it. It's just not going to be this communication that completely right now fits with what your love language needs are. Now, that's not to discourage you two. Okay, these are things that these are the realistic road bumps. These are the realistic roller coaster moments. Spirit's saying to go for this. Just be aware of, in general, a long distance relationship, how much, even, I mean, no matter what, communication is important, but especially in a long distance relationship. All right, let's go ahead and let's do 6 more free people, and then we'll start our first group of super chatters. Let me go ahead and add anybody since Sierra, just to make sure I'm staying on track. Right. We'll have, we'll see. We'll bookmark that for later. I'll talk about that later. Leslie. Alvin. All right. You've been added. All right, dope. All right, 6 free people, and then we'll go into super chatters. Let's see. Looking for, yes, no questions. All right, cool. Janette, you're a Taurus. You'd like to know, will you and Joe reconcile? Will you and Joe reconcile? It's a really demanding task for both of you. All right. I'm always here for you. You guys brought, in the beginning, the best out of each other, but now it's the worst. And what I'm doing that for is because neither of you are these terrible people, and you're both very good souls, but when you're together, it's like water and oil don't mix. This person, you were both like reflections for each other, big ego deaths. If you were to get back together, it just looks like colliding of heads. There's been a line that's been crossed between you two, and Spirit's guidance is to see that you can cherish and love this relationship for what it was, but going forth with it, it just seems like you two would stay in a spiral. Okay? All right, mark that. Also, since the next lives, I'm going to be doing it from my webcam. I like you guys being able to see me do the cards. I want you to be able to see me, but for my webcam, that's going to be really hard. But we'll figure it out. It's better to have consistency than this freezing, right? Okay. Okay. All right, Y Rabbit, thank you for going ahead and changing it to a yes/no question. I'm gonna ask you again though. I need your zodiac and I need your name. Okay. If you're not comfortable with your name, you could put the first letter of your name, but these are the things I need to make sure that I basically connect to you in the reading. So I'm going to look out for your name again, or I'm going to look out for your username again. But please, if you're not comfortable, and that goes for everybody, if you're not comfortable putting your first name, then just put a letter of your first name. That's going to connect me to your energy and center focus better, and be able to kind of push out who else is in your collective that's hanging out around, okay? All right. Jessica, you're a Virgo. You would like to know, do you have a connection to Shervin? Do you have a connection to Shervin? You have a connection, but give me one more card for that verification. Well, two more cards. Okay. Understood. Yeah, you guys definitely have a connection, but he's still getting over somebody else. He's still recovering from a really long-term relationship, and it looks like he was the one that was pretty emotionally neglected in that dynamic. I see a man that's just like, I'm just trying to be a good man, and it's like nothing's good enough for you. They could have a child together, is what I'm hearing as well. Or there's just some form of a like, if this is a car, like whenever I'm in energy like this and I can see there's a big commitment in a collective reading, in a live reading, that means it's something about either there's a child that's keeping them to still have to be in each other's life, or there could be a house, there could be a form of a contract, a business. It's something that is like a meat and potatoes thing of their life. It is a main course. So even though they're not together anymore, it looks like the burn, the after. It's like when you get a rug burn, it hurts while it's happening, and it hurts even worse once it's healing. He's in that stage right now where he's healing from the burn. And healing from the burn is almost more painful than the burn itself. You guys definitely have a connection. But right now, the thing he needs more than anything is a best friend. And that's kind of how you really do want to start out relationships anyways. Being friends before getting into it really sets it up for success. All right, put that down. You're okay. No, I know there's plenty of people here who haven't heard it, so that's why me and the moderators tend to try to just make sure we continue to let you guys know about the flow. It's a house. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Tracy, you're a Scorpio. You would like to know, are you going to be successful with spreading your message to the world? Are you going to be successful spreading your message to the world? Okay. You said I'm not giving up on this. I know the reason why life made me have to be so first in my masculine nature. Remember, guys, masculine nature, feminine nature is in every single, not even human being, life force. Every single life force. Your masculine is your willpower, your go-getter attitude, your self-composure. And your feminine is your nurture, your compassion, your sympathy. To be a balanced person, you need to honor both in your life. You, my friend, from the very beginning had to honor mainly masculine energy. See a person that had to be their own mother, their own father. Not to discredit what they did do for you, but they could have done better. It's point blank simple. And I see somebody who's healing through their own form of teaching. No matter if you're a parent or not, the people that you are helping, you're healing your inner child and your inner teenager through that. But the thing is, my friend, you're not supposed to do this alone. That's what I keep being told. Your mission, that resilience, you're right. Don't give up on this dream. Don't give up on spreading your message. You are putting it together. But there's going to come to a place we need help. And you see, receiving help can be seen as a feminine type of energy, you would think, right? Kind of. It's like, okay, if I'm willing to receive help, that means I'm being like, just go with me here. It's not like in that way, but I'm being submissive, or I'm allowing to be nurtured. I'm allowing myself to be nurtured, right? When reality, accepting help is straight up masculine energy. I am strong enough to let you know I need help, because I would help you if you were in that place. And in fact, there's probably a lot of people you have helped that want to spread the word of your message. Okay? Helping doesn't always have to be, hey, want to help me move like a bunch of stuff in my house, or can I get a loan? That's helping, but that's not the one, like, I feel like we're talking here. It's about your message going out like a domino effect. Okay? The first part of your life, you had to be one with your divine masculine energy. But the rest of this existence, you're supposed to have that balance. You're supposed to have a masculine where you get to be nothing but a feminine when you're with them. To the outside world, a leader you are, a healer you are, you're always going to be a masculine force. But you need your masculine to have that balance. So you can just be in that submissive spot because you know the man is deserving of it. He's proven it to you. Yes, your message is going to spread. And the biggest thing I'm hearing is do not be afraid to promote yourself. If you don't promote yourself, nobody else is going to. Okay? All right. 3 more free people, and then we're getting into the first group of super chatters. All right. Nobody's getting skipped, guys, when it comes to the questions for the free people. It's randomized. It's whoever my eyes align to that has met the 3 criterias, meaning they put their name, they put their zodiac, and they put the yes/no question, okay? There's no skipping when it comes to the free readings. I just need you guys to follow that. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I love my earrings too. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's go for Tabitha. Tabitha, you're a Gemini. Should you move with your son and cut ties with everyone, or stay and continue to work there? Work here. Should you move with your son and cut ties? That lineup, the organization, that straight up new point. Heavy bag. Your son saying, Mom, you've done everything for me my entire life. Let me help you. I finally, I can. I can help you. Get out of this. Get out of this situation. Let's make you a new schedule. You've worked so hard. And it's not that you're going to go there and do nothing. Just being, what I'm hearing your son saying is like just your existence being here. It's like, you're not hindering me, Mom. I want to help you. You being here, like, not that this stuff matters, but knowing you're safe, knowing you're not, and when I say this stuff matters, I mean, like, let me backtrack it a bit so it makes sense what I'm hearing in here. I don't care if you think you need to do all these things to be worthy of being here, like cleaning and doing laundry and paying bills, blah, blah, blah. If you want to do that stuff, cool, but I don't need you to do that stuff. What's going to give me more peace of mind is knowing that you are safe and happy and comfortable. And where you are currently, it's not doing that for you. And it feels like it's an independent thing. You're a very independent person. You had to be deep within your masculine energy your whole life, meaning that willpower, that go-getter attitude, having to be a full front leader always. So accepting help for you feels weird, but it's actually true strength. You should allow your son to help you. You're not going to be a burden. That's the farthest thing. You got a good son. I can feel it. Okay, let's see. Hey Stephanie, thank you for being a subscriber. I see that you have a question. Okay. You would like to know, do you need to get your love life? Sorry, it skipped a second. Let's see. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There you are, Stephanie. Okay. Do I need to go get the love of my life, or do I never go back? Okay. I think you're asking, is there a lover that you're wanting to go back to, or are you asking to move forward from that person? I think that's the vibe you're going for. Fresh start, forward. This book, this next step, I see you being on different channels. This purpose has been served, and understand the type of masculine who's going to be your divine. Again, they're not going to be perfect, but the energy of chasing I see within this connection is not the level of somebody that is going to bring you a true wish fulfillment relationship. The avoiding tendencies, deflecting, all of that stuff, you're going to find it in all people in different forms of their life based off their life experience. But this intensity, no. Spirits, like, they told me as soon as they picked this cards up to tell her to run the exact opposite way than what her ego is wanting her to do. And the reason I say it this way is because when I say the word ego, I don't mean you're selfish or conceited or cocky or anything like that. That's what we call side effects of the ego. The ego is formed in childhood to protect you. The ego is not a soul. It is a man-made substance, a man-made set in your mind from your life experience. The ego has registered what it knows as safety and what it doesn't know as danger. And what does your ego know? This guy, this pattern. It's easy for the ego to know what to do. It doesn't know the next steps when you throw away that this is no longer something you're going back to. It's scary not knowing what's going to happen next, but it's also the most freeing thing. So Spirit's saying you should go forward from this connection. All right. Morbeck Vanessa, you're a Sagittarius. You would like to know, I've been giving to all my family, but sometimes I feel like the ones I support the most don't even see it. Am I on the right path? Let's get you. Let's do this. You're on the right path. Wow. I can feel all of the energy you truly take on. You're like, in just this energy sense, you're the masculine of the house. You always are putting your needs last. I feel it's like you're the mother to your own brothers and sisters, if that makes sense. Or if you don't live with them, it's like the energy of the house, you are the adult. But there's other adults there that need to pay their dues. There's somebody that's living with you rent free, isn't there? And they're like, I'm getting a job, and they're like at least 25 years old. Like, at least 25 years old. There's a difference between trying as hard as you can to get a job, but it's just like the market or whatever is not having your best in. It's not working for you yet. You're trying. You're being resilient, but you can't find a job, but you're trying. There's a difference between that and then a person that genuinely is not even caring to look. Like applying for 3 things and then saying I'm just gonna sit around and play video games the rest of the day is not trying. Everything's a balance. You're completely on the right track, but here's the thing Spirit's wanting you to know. Okay? You have to see and respect your life force like we do our phones and our cars. What do you do when your phone is like on 5% battery? Okay, I'm going to give you this really fast example and then I'll get to the next people, okay? Because this is really an important example. I tell it to people in personal readings. So, picture your phone, okay? You forget to plug it in at nighttime. And you wake up and it's at 50% battery and you don't have the ability to charge it. Put yourself in a mindset where you don't have the ability to charge this phone. What are you going to do the rest of your day? You're going to dim the lights. You're not going to open up all your apps. You're only going to use it for necessary things like texting or calling somebody. What about using that example? Okay, you're going to stay that. You're going to do that until you get to a charger, and then you're going to allow everything to flow. You're going to have a full energy again. Take that example about your life force. What if you get a bad night's sleep and you're waking up with 50% battery and then you don't eat or drink correctly and then you go out through your day and you're giving this person 5% of your battery, this person 10, heck, sometimes this person 25% of your battery and nobody's being a docking station, nobody's being a charger for you. You're going to burn out. Point blank simple, you're not a superhuman. You're a motherfucking G, but you're not like Superwoman, Superman. You have to recharge. You have to respect and see. Am I respecting the life force of my phone battery more than myself? And that puts a lot into perspective when you get into certain moments. You can't do this all by yourself, nor should you. Not when there's this many able people I'm seeing. Okay, do you have... I don't want to say it this way because it's like they should just respect you, but there's a reason I need to say this. Is there a man in your life that can, do you have I'm not saying that you have, okay, it's not a romantic person, but it has to be somebody that's like an uncle or etc. that you don't talk to often, but can really snap some sense into at least one person that's in your house. It feels like you could have an uncle. Is it like you remember there's a lot of people here, so I'm trying to make it as decisive as I can for you. But it feels like your little brother is basically like your son, and he could be the 25-year-old I'm picking up on, and you guys have an uncle that can put him, like, he comes in the house, he's like, you need to pay your fucking dues. Because even though he should just respect you, you've been trying, from what I'm hearing, to talk and talk and talk. And it's okay that you need some help. That's the thing you need to do right now. You need to know that you're not wrong for asking for help. And that you are needing more financial compensation from the other people in your home. Right. All right. That was for the free people for right now. Let's go ahead and add any super chatters since Alvin, and we'll do our first group of super chatters, okay? Let's see. Sierra, Leslie, Alvin, then we have Montine, got you. And I do remember you have 2 different questions, my friend. They'll be answered in the how I received them, okay? All right, Meraki. Okay, that's it for our first group of super chatters. we will definitely only have one other group. All right. So I would say it's probably going to take me anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes to do these people. And then we will only have one group of super chatters after this. Okay. So 20, 30 minutes, these group. Then we'll do some more free people. And then one last group of super chatters. Okay. So let's scroll back up to. Oops, wrong way. Let's go this way. Perfect. Okay. Rye Nasty and Alvin. Well, let me roll. That's when it loaded up. Okay. So Rye Nasty and Alvin, your first questions, it looks like it won't. When I had to do that reload thing, I lost those questions. I will give you both general polls, and I'm sure it will honestly just verify what your question was anyways. That tends to happen. But Purple Rose, you and everybody else down, I still have all of your information. Thank you guys for working with me on these things that are kind of out of my control. But we'll get it. We're going to definitely start just coming straight from just doing the computer from here on out. All right, so Rye Nasty, let's get you that general pull, my friend. You feel like you're in between an energy investment. Your time is being placed here, okay? You overwork yourself. And then you make promises that you can't end up keeping, not because you're not reliable. What's the best way to put it? I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it. The sense of responsibility you have more towards who is this? There's somebody in your life with this marketing energy. The overworking. The promoter knowing. There's a power imbalance in your life, my friend. Do you have a relationship or some form of flirtatious dynamic with a leader or a boss, etc.? Because it feels like there's a power dynamic and somebody definitely tries to take advantage of that. The current area you're in, you feel like you've gone into like this state of like fight or flight when you're at work. I think you broke up with somebody that you worked with, and now they could be messing with your work schedule or spreading ill will about your name, and it's like affected other places of your life, and you're not sure really what to do. Spirit's saying you can only heal so much in the place that you got hurt. It feels like there may be the ability for you to take your skill somewhere else. Maybe you're getting the messages that this place is no longer meant for you. It may be still meant for him, but it's not for you. You broke out of a very toxic situation. The same person that was handing you water was yanking it back right before you were about to drink. This was definitely a person that I see, they do a pattern of this as well. They like to be with people that they think they can have control over. They taught you a lot, but it's time for you to see that the fight, there was no loss win. You win by picking yourself. It's just time for you to get out of that ring with somebody that's not even in your weight class, like in the sense of the boxing terminology. Somebody that you're not supposed to fight. Somebody that's not supposed to be in your ring. All right. Alvin, your first, I think I remember yours was about love, right? I saw it. General pull for love for Alvin. You're taking it one day at a time. So you've accepted that. You've accepted that there's somebody else you're going to be falling for. The person from beforehand, you haven't given up on that connection. You just know I can only take it day by day. And if there is other love in my life, why am I allowing myself to stay still? It's not a sense of needing to get over somebody. You've gotten to that point of acceptance. So now it's about just being honest going forward, like with any new person that you're interacting with. Hey, I'm not looking for anything serious, but I do want to get to know you. And I'm not saying it's not the potential, but the state I am in the world right now, I'm looking for companionship, not commitment. And you're going to align with somebody in the same mindset. And when we say that, I don't mean that's like just hooking up and etc. It's basically just being there. It's like being with somebody without the label, without the pressure, is what you're looking for right now. And Spirit's saying, yeah, and this won't mess with your law of attraction if she's supposed to come back. In fact, you may learn some things that from these dynamics, that if it really is her, with her freedom of will, and she comes back, you would have repaired. You don't have to go through with her. You both are going to meet new individuals that further healing can only happen with by not being in each other's life. But Spirit is saying, yeah, you're ready to, start, get yourself out there, flirt, etc. And I think even with you, we were talking about, I think June time with you, weren't we? June, there could be a new lover that was coming into your life. There was an attraction, like a crush. Yeah, go ahead and start letting yourself flirt, man. Let yourself be yourself. All right, Purple Rose. Will this situation get resolved peacefully with the lady you live with? Will this situation get resolved peacefully with the lady you live with? Let's see. First round, no loose ends, time to closure, business settled. It looks like one of you is going to end up. It looks like one of you is going to end up leaving. Is a big conflict of. Here's the thing. I see that you're the one that's going to end up finding a new place. Before you even leave, though, you'll have this place set up. I'm seeing basically just taking all of your stuff and instantly knowing where you're going, not getting out of there and being like, what am I going to do now? You're gonna make sure, and it's gonna be, what I'm hearing is you guys can be cordial with each other, but this is not working. And for your own peace of mind, there's also something in that house, is what I'm hearing. There's something in that house that like follows her around. You've probably seen some form of shadow or etc. and you wondered, is it the house or is it her? I feel like it's something that's followed her. And wherever she goes, that deity goes. You don't have to be afraid. The first thing is that fact that you know it, you can put that bubble of light specifically for that deity. You have no harm. You're not allowed in my room. I would even suggest going ahead and putting like here. Do I have any around me? Yeah, I do right here. I have this shit everywhere. Black tourmaline. It's a home protection. It's a home protection stone. You want to get, if you have only control of like your room, not like the living room or anything like that, like if it's their house, you want to take at least 4 pieces of black tourmaline and put them in every single corner of your room. And then I know this part might sound like what? And only do this if you don't have an animal in your room. Put in right in front of your door, salt. A line of salt inside of your room. Because if it's out there, she can go by and sweep it if she wants to or whatever. And you will always remember it's there and allow yourself to draw that line. I'm not saying you have to do some crazy amount, but a good line. And I would say go ahead and change that line every like 3 days. And if you accidentally like hit it and it goes everywhere, don't worry. Just vacuum it up and make another line. There is a lot of energy and release you will feel when you're no longer in her life. But it does look like things are going to be able to be cordial. You just need to put spiritual protection up and realize trying to become to a resolution with her is like talking to a blank wall. It's not going to really do anything. You've exerted your energy as much as you can. And now all you can do is think of, okay, if this place is hurting me, I'm going to go ahead and Just give me a second. I'm seeing an exact place. Straight north. I feel that you maybe moved in with her because it was really good rent. It was really good rent. It was a good situation for the time being. And everything else, you're like, me leaving, everything else is going to be higher. I see you going straight north. Is there a city? Is there like another, do you live like in a suburbs and then like there's like, if you just go north, if you drive north, there is a bigger city. I'm feeling that you're going to end up getting a new apartment that's more of like one of those studio dynamics. Something that it's going to be more like you're alone. But you're going to have a different form of community. You're going to be around people your age. You're going to be around like-minded individuals. And you're going to feel a release. And sometimes we have to deal with those financial movements to properly put the piece up. It does look like you're going to be spending more money than you are currently, but you're going to be able to handle it as well. It's going to be good, all right? So allow yourself to start formulating your plans if you haven't already, to know that there's something else better fit for you. Okay? All right. Hannah, you would like to know, does Rick feel your connection? Does Rick feel your connection? Guys, make sure you please like the live. It helps me. Okay. So Rick and the connection with you two, he's not this state of thinking about partnership. This person is more about fun. I don't see that they're like trying to lead you on at all. And I can even see that from the beginning, this person was kind of like, I'm not looking for anything serious, but you guys have continued to develop and get to know each other. And you were the same mindset at first. Yeah, I just want to take things slow. But as you've gotten to know him, now you're like, oh, I'm really liking this. Is this changed for him? Does he also see something else more? And right now, no. This person is still in an energy of, I like the way things are going. It's like we don't have any expectations for each other. But with that being said, you know, if you're wanting relationship, no time soon is he going to be the guy that's for that. If it's something that's not important for you, you're like, I'm not looking to settle down. Like, that's not the game right now. I don't feel like I need to be married and etc. I just want to know that we're still vibing with each other and that spirit is guiding us to go forward. That is a yes. But if you really are like, no, I only want to date somebody that already is in the mindset of marriage, is already in the mindset of being in a committed relationship, it's going to be probably somebody else that's better fit for you. Okay. Alrighty. And you guys, you know, as I say this to you every time, I'm helping myself release imposter syndrome with this part. I've never, up until this month of my life, I've never asked people to like my stuff, subscribe, follow, etc. But in the most loving way I can possibly say it, it's kind of ridiculous how many people I help and they don't even care to give me an energy exchange, to be quite frank. And so it's that, and then some people just forget. It's not everybody, of course, but it's not cool. It's not like I need to, if I have to express, then I need to let myself do that. So I am going to always be asking you guys in my videos and stuff now to make sure you like, subscribe, follow, because I deserve it. It's not wrong of me to do. So yeah, so please think about those things when you're watching my videos and understand how much a like helps me and other creators who are doing this stuff for the right reasons. All right. Now let's go for Justine. All right, Aries. You're an Aries, my friend, in a general read. And I want to let you know, like, you guys are, like, most of you do, like, especially in the lives and etc. I'm more talking about, like, looking at my percentages when I can see how many people are subscribed to me versus aren't that are watching my videos and etc. You guys, it tends to be, like, the ones who come to the live, it tends to be a lot different. I just wanted to hyper-focus that for you. But let's get you that general read, see, Justine. Okay. You have gone ahead and allowed yourself to see right when my burnout energy starts. Right when I'm starting to go above for either a person, my job, even a stress that I'm just putting on myself that I have to do something a certain way at a certain time. No, I have to go with the ebbs and the flow. Spirit's very proud of you. What they're wanting you to know right now is you've reclaimed another form of energy. I'm hearing that for a while you could have been doing things from like a scared mindset, like, go with me here. You're like, if I see this sign, then that means you're like, if I see this specific angel number and etc., that means I need to continue to go. Or if I stop now, something bad's going to happen. In reality, that was your parasite making things fit. See, angel numbers and etc., they're not necessarily confirmations of something is happening. It's a reflection of the energy. It's a reflection of something you've already decided to do, and it's made a frequency. It's almost a verification than a confirmation. I'm seeing that you're not allowing yourself to spiral with all of deep interpretations of everything. You know, we're humans, and our brain can only take so much at one time. So there's sometimes you just gotta shut off being able to see the signs, if you can, and relax. And Spirit's very proud of you for allowing yourself. You're really taking on that. I am the provider, but I am also still an inner child, and I'm still an inner teenager that needs to be flourished, that needs to thrive, that needs to have freedom. And you're truly being a superhero in your own life. Spirit's very proud of you. You have figured out when to say no, when to say yes, and when to stand up for yourself, and when to be quiet. Keep it up. All right, Amanda, your turn. All right, you'd like some information about your new connection. You're a Capricorn. Okay. All right, so you just broke up with somebody, or okay. The knockout from that press conference in middleweight, the disciplined. This is a yin-yang person. This new connection here, Capricorn. Do they know each other? I feel like you have an ex and this person that know each other. Or even throughout time, you're going to figure out that they went to school together. They used to hang out in the same group of people. Spirit wants you to know that you knocked out that old connection. The one that was going ahead and keeping you back from really being able to find love. The person that you have in your life right now definitely is a listener, definitely is something to continue to get to know, but he is not somebody that's going to want to go full contact instantly. He is somebody that takes his time. And also I hear, remember that there's a difference between expressing and sharing versus trauma dumping. And there's a difference between gaining a bond through talking about your past experiences together versus forming a trauma bond by talking about everything of your past and not focusing on your healthy connection now thriving. There may be a part of you, remember, I'm just here for you. I just want what's best for you. That's it. I hope it doesn't make you angry, but if it does, it's out of my control. You may tend to talk about your ex or things that are more surface level than he's normally likes to talk about. I see that this is a guy that's more of like he's a very disciplined individual, and it's not that he doesn't have fun. It's not that he doesn't like joking around, but he is not a drama person. And drama is something that drama's happening. He wants to sway. He's almost a deflector with it, and that's a hindrance within his own self. He can't always deflect. This connection, it's real. Understand though the reasonable precautions about if you want to continue to get to know each other. It looks like self-expression is something you will have to work on together, and take it day by day. All right. Montine. Let's see something else. So, hey, Blunt, Saji, I was wondering, I would just message you this, but I don't know like your email or anything. If you're interested in being a mod, you're like doing great. I don't want you to feel pressured at all. Please don't say yes just because you don't want to upset me. You won't. I want you to be here organically. But if you're interested in being a YouTube mod, let me know. If you are, just send me an email at contact@offprintmint.com. Again, don't send the email if you're like, nah, I just want to help only once in a while I'm here. But yeah. Okay. Go back to Sierra. I wanted to say that before I forgot. Sierra. Oh, it was Montaigne next, actually. Yeah, we did CJ and now, right, CJ. Then we did Amanda. Now we are on Montaigne. All right, Montaigne. Will you be in a committed relationship soon? Let's see, my friend. Okay, so you definitely are part of the collective of the individuals that for this new individual to be able to align, you're still getting over a past person. One day you're telling the universe to manifest a true divine love that's going to love you unconditionally, that's going to be willing to go through the ups and downs with you. And then the next day you're telling the universe to manifest this specific ex or this specific past person you were talking to into your life, and trying to manifest them being that divine. That's not how it works. This is my universal truth. Anytime you try to do some manifestation work when it comes to love, or even light work magic in love, you never focus on a specific person. You do not try to manipulate a freedom of will, even if that's not what you're intending to do. It's going into that person's space and trying to make them believe something that may not be true to them just because of how bad you want it to be true to you. And sometimes it can actually backfire. And this is my universal truth. You know, some readers will say, yeah, do a love spell on a specific person. I do not recommend that. You want somebody to be with you because they gained the courage. There's a difference between breaking communication. Like, sometimes you could do some forms of spell work that's if you have two people who you know, you're supposed to be in each other's lives. And there's just like a wall of miscommunication. And you're wanting to be able to freeze the egos and actually be able to see and talk to each other. Those are the types of spell works with love that I would promote. But anything about manifesting one specific person to be your divine counterpart, come back, that's not good, and it's not going to work. It's going to be something else attached to it. You're going to receive a new relationship, but you have to stop focusing on it being this one person coming back. Your lover, your next person, you're going to meet them within this next year. I don't see that the person you are to be with has been somebody you've been physically intimate with yet, or even been a friend with. You definitely have the energy of somebody where you're going to still have to take more flights, aka walk, aka experience this world, meet new people to find that divine, okay? But that person that we were talking about, you know, they were a big part of your life. You were supposed to meet them. They helped you release a lot of cycle repeating and realization. Okay. All right. Sierra Barnes, let's go ahead and give you a general pull. What we got for you? General pull. Okay, so you feel like you don't have to go against the grain. The small difference to post by interview. If you don't already have a masculine in your life, there's somebody that's coming in, and I feel that even your friends and family are going to be like, hallelujah. You finally are with somebody that actually respects you and is cool and and has their head on straight. Not to be like every ex you had was terrible, but it definitely looks like you have settled in love a lot in your life. If you're talking to somebody right now, this is good, and they want you to continue to trust that this connection is building. If you're not talking to somebody right now, this person's coming in within the next, what's month 4? We're in month 4 right now. And then August. Between now and August, you're either building the connection more with the person you're already talking to, or they're arriving. And even your friends and family will be like, hell yes. Don't let this one go. Okay. Leslie. Okay. Leslie. Let's go ahead and give you your general pull. Okay, you feel like you're ready to come out of recovery. Was this from love? Was this actually a physical like surgery or etc. that you had? Because it just looks like you have this other level of like a motion now. Spirit wants you to know that your law of attraction is flowing. You have stood up and caused a shake in your bloodline. Like your family, there has to be something you did last holiday that's going to come back this holiday. A very interesting, unique reading. Well, I have 2 messages for you. Number 1, Spirit is saying you're ready to get yourself back into the world. If you've been thinking about becoming more physically active, getting back into a sport that you had to recover from like a surgery or etc. Of course, always talk and check with your physician. But it looks like you've surpassed the time frame that they told you that recovery would need to be. They're like, let's just give an example. Recovery is going to be 6 months. Well, it's been 9 months. And you really made sure you took the time to get over or heal from whatever this is. Either get over the hurts, the breaking of bones of a spiritual connection, or literal physical body recovery. And the second thing they want you to know is that their last Christmas, there was either some form of not a fight, but a misunderstanding, or you going ahead and saying, I'm not going to go to that family event because the only reason I'd be going is for their comfort, for my family's comfort. I would have a horrible time. I have to put myself down or bite my tongue and let certain things happen so I don't be the one that ruins the day, when really you are that black sheep of your family who calls out the bullshit. And a lot of times, if you're the black sheep of your family, you call it the bullshit, at first point, the finger's going to be pointed as you. The fingers are going to be pointed at you. But here's the thing. This Christmas, you're going to have some family members reach out to you. They're like, we're fucking sorry. You're right. You left, like, you ghosted from our lives, and we understand why. And honestly, with you being gone and seeing how this person or these persons continue to even act, when everybody was saying you were the problem, but guess what? You removed yourself and the things didn't stop. In fact, maybe they got even worse, because finally, the only person, that's what I'm hearing in this person's head, finally, the only person that ever combats me, I won. They're not coming back. When in reality, you won. You picked your space. You picked your freedom. You picked your inner comfort. You picked your inner child by not going there. And this Christmas, you're going to have some family that wants to spend with you. You have the choice. I feel like there's people you will want to. It's definitely not going to be the ones that you don't get along with. It's going to be the ones that kind of just got stuck in the situation. And they ended up picking a side that wasn't you. But they're coming in with a sorry. It's very interesting. And I feel like even some of these family members may not even be blood. It may be like your cousin's significant other, or your brother or sister's significant other, or like it's just, there's definitely a mix of some of them being blood, but like a lot of it being added family members. So it made you even more mad because you're like, wow, like I am your blood, and you guys are doing this to somebody who has entered and disrupted the peace of our family. But you did the best thing. You did the best thing you were supposed to. So allow that to flow when those family members reach out. Follow your gut, hear them out, and figure out for yourself if there's still somebody you want in your life. If pen started giving out, it definitely should. I didn't get too long ago. All right, Alvin. Excuse me. Alvin, as you enter your 5-month period of business reinvention, what do your guides have to say about keeping your eyes on? Okay, 5-month business reinvention, and what should you keep your eyes on during this time frame? Recovery, and going ahead and not blocking other opportunities. Don't block having help. Guard up. Recovery. Time for the self-care. We've already discussed with you in the past about how this 5 months needs to be about your self-recovery as well. Like not focusing on love until, like allowing yourself to flirt and be friendly, but not really focus on trying to get into a commitment with somebody until we get to about the 5 months from now. Because the main focus is that spiritual development in your business. Spirit's saying, do not block yourself from networking. Just because you're going into a hermit mode when it comes into like your understanding yourself and what your guides are saying to do now does not mean you should be in a hermit mode when it comes to connecting to business opportunities. They're saying right now more than ever, if you don't promote yourself, nobody will promote you. That is the law of attraction. When you believe in yourself in existence, that's when things come. They're wanting you to focus on this next 5 months with going ahead and taking away, this is interesting, taking away apologizing to yourself for any bad financial decisions you made in the past. Like I think you've had a partner before, like a business partner or somebody that you went into some form of work with and it just backfired. And you're like, I don't ever want to work with another person again. I can do this all by myself. You can do a lot by yourself, but not everything. Not everything. You're going to need teammates. So the biggest focus they want you to do is, as you are going ahead and doing this reinvention, what they want you to keep your eyes on are true potential soul business partners. Because there are soul ties that we reincarnate in every lifetime as, like we stated, soul ties are romantic, platonic, family, but there's also certain soul ties where you are always meant to create together. And you are going to receive 2 soul tie business partners. One of them is absolutely coming within the next 5 months. Another one, there's still some wiggle room, but that's great because it's a building foundation thing. Be aware of networking, my friend. Okay. All right, Montine. Montine. You're a Leo, okay? And will you be with a guy this year? You want to know, will you be with a guy this year? All right. So you remember, we're going to build off of the last question when we were talking about how you have to be willing to release that ex or that person that was coming back in and out of your life. One day you could be, you're asking, will I be with a partner this year? Will I have a boyfriend this year? And then even just a little bit later in your day, you're focusing and hyper focusing on like this one person and thinking maybe things will get better, maybe things will get better. Roller coaster bumps are different than the track being destroyed, right? Yeah, this year needs to be more of a focus for you on your own self-work, because I can see that you're somebody that maybe does not like to be alone, and you have settled for relationships for people in the past to not be alone. And remember, I am saying this for you. I do not mean to upset anybody. That's the last thing I ever want to do, is upset anybody. But I also need to tell you what you need to hear. And you have allowed yourself and will never again belittle your worth for a man that's not deserving of you. You tell spirit what you allow. And especially right in the beginning dynamics, let's not even take it from spirit, but to a person. In the first 3 months you know somebody, you learn your dynamic. They learn how much they can push you before you put a boundary up. You learn if that is a person that likes to push people's buttons, or if they just simply respect. In the first 3 months of knowing somebody, you set up the dynamic on how you're going to be together, really, going forward. And what they're wanting you to focus on right now is, if you're not healed, you're going to energetically attract somebody that's not healed either. It's not about focusing on, am I going to be with somebody? Am I going to be with somebody? Am I going to be with somebody? It's focusing on the somebody. I don't care where you are in this world, but I feel you. You're already here in my heart. I know Spirit is protecting us from each other until we're ready, because if we came into each other's lives too soon, we would mess up. That's why we have these other people before we're with our divine. Again, nothing is perfect. But I can see the darkness that's surrounded in your past relationships. And Spirit wants you to know this year should be a thing about focusing on yourself, gaining friendships again, and letting love flow to you, but not putting yourself in situations where you're getting back into basically the same energy but a different face. So the more we allow ourselves to just focus on attracting and not staring and looking and trying to make things fit, is when you actually are able to bring those types of people. But I want you to be prepared that Spirit's putting you in this moment of not being with somebody for further growth. Okay. Meraki, your name is Tina, and you would like a general reading. You're a Gemini. Okay. Okay. So you're feeling like really ready to move on in love. You are so over that person you never thought you would be. I almost feel you kind of like rolling your eyes at them at this point. Like if you see them post, or if you hear about them, or even just thinking of their energy, or even thinking back to the things you dealt with them. You kind of roll your eyes. You're like, what the fuck? I'm so grateful for that connection, but I don't want it. I'm over it. And it took you years. That's what happens with these types of dynamics. And you gave yourself the time. My friend, you are ready to... You're ready, I'm not saying to enter into a committed relationship super fast, but to that potential with somebody. If you've been looking for a sign that Spirit wants you to get back into your love life, where'd it go? Oh, it's right here. Oh, it's actually 2 as well. Okay. It is time. Spirit says, go ahead and get yourself out there. All right, so that was the first group of super chatters. We're going to go ahead now. For the last group of super chatters are being made. But before we do them, we'll do some free people as well. Let me go ahead and write down anybody that's super chatted since her. Okay. Morocco. There we go. Perfect. All right, Chanel. You have been added. Right. All right, Chantel. Chanel and Chantel. That's funny. All right. You've been added. Alicia. You have been added. Stacked Rich. All right. Let's see. There we go. Giselle. Nicole. You have been added. Let's see. All right. Looks like you did 2. Justella. So I'll make sure to connect those. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Amber. You've been added. Thora the Explorer. You've been added. Dope. All right. Oh, that's what's up. Plant Seiji, I just saw your message. That's what's up. Okay. Does that look like it? Let's make sure, don't want to double check, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do the last call for super chatters. I'm going to do 6 free people. That'll probably take about 15 minutes. So you got about 15 more minutes to decide if you would like to go ahead and super chat today for a guaranteed reading before this stream is over. Okay? Let's scroll back up to some of our let's scroll up to some of our free people. All right, Dena, you're a Taurus. You would like to know, will you move this year? Will you move this year? You have been wanting this for a long time. Some active road work. You've had to go back and forth with bills. You're figuring out a schedule, though, that actually works. Yeah, you're going to move this year, dude. You're absolutely going to be moving this year. You've done a lot of... What I'm hearing is you had a very healthy... Trying to find a way to say it. You had a healthy bank account for a while. And probably in the beginning of this year, either some expenses happened that you really were not expecting, or just the shifts with everything that's happening in the world. That normal income you were used to, something switched. And it kind of messed up your plans. You're like, we were supposed to move the beginning of this year. Or we were supposed to move even last year. And it's like it's kept just being pushed off. What's going on? I absolutely seeing you moving before the end of this year. The thing about it, though, is I'm not a realtor. I don't know anything about that type of stuff, but I do know energy. And something I'm hearing is once it's getting towards the end of the summer, either a place you want specifically, an area, there's just some price that's going to go down. And this has all been a divine intervention. Okay? And these next couple of months, you're going to start building up that income again. This was just a moment in time. And the place that you're going to be able to go to now and the experience, it's going to actually fill your heart instead of just being a space because you wanted to move and wanted something better. There's something different within it now. So yes, before the end of the year. All right. All right. Okay. Christine. Curran. Will your boyfriend's dad ever approve of you? You were both born on the same day and month. But like shucks, we are from different worlds. The beautiful yin-yang blend. Let's see. Will his dad approve of you? So what I'm hearing is this. It doesn't matter if the father approves of you or not. Of course, because you're a good person, though, you care. You don't want... Like, he has a good relationship with his dad, but at the same time, he doesn't. What I hear is one day your boyfriend's going to have enough, if he hasn't already. And he's just going to defend and be like, that's my fucking girlfriend. You can't talk to her that way. She's not going anywhere, Dad. I'm hearing the reason he doesn't like you doesn't even make real sense. It feels like he's projecting whatever his son's mother did to him onto you. Or even if he kind of was the one that drove his wife to leave, he still is a man that like loves to blame everybody else, which is actually the weakest thing possible. Your boyfriend loves his dad, and looks up to him in a certain sense, but does not want to be like him. One day, he's going to have nothing left to say, is what I'm hearing. One day, he's going to have nothing left to say, and it's going to be because of how much you just continue to prove to nobody except yourself in the dynamic with you and your lover that you choose each other every day, and you're good for each other. And one day, when the time is right, especially if this ever turns, and I'm saying it this way because it's a collective reading, if it turns into marriage, I see at that time him really being like, fuck you. If you do not respect her, you're not allowed in my wedding type of energy. And again, this is a collective reading. To confirm something like marriage and etc., that's deep, okay? But I can say I see the shadow of it. I do see that timeline being painted. But remember, it's a reflection of the dad. It's a reflection of him, and look at the dad's love life, and that will really say a lot more for you. You're just a good person that wants your dude's family to care and have peace. You guys are funny. Love you guys. Okay. Okay. Just looking for somebody that did all the three, the name, the zodiac, and the yes, no. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Abby, you're a Cancer. You would like to know, will you be with someone soon in love? Will you be in love with somebody soon? Pre-workout, sparring buddy. Having to build that for herself this past year. I can't avoid it. This is a love reading I'm going to give you, but there's something else I got to tell you. You have a friend that's not really on your side. You have a friend that is, it almost feels like, okay, here's the thing. They're passing on information. I wouldn't say that this person's like being your friend because they're out to get you and it's a fake friend. No, this is a real friend, but they're not, they think they're a real friend. But there's somebody that you would not want to know about what's going on in your life that they're talking to. If this is an ex and you were like in a group of friends, there is some reflecting you've been seeing. You're like, I don't know, certain things are just adding up anymore. But they wouldn't do that. No, they wouldn't tell him that. Blah, blah, blah. How did he know I was going to be there? Or there's just this energy of there's somebody in your life that loves you but isn't being the true friend you're deserving of. It's a hard one because what I'm hearing is that they were probably friends with both of you. And this is not, again, this is not vindictive. This is not evil. I don't even hear that the person that they're telling this stuff to wants anything bad for you. It just seems like it's somebody you're so over. And your friend knows with common sense that you wouldn't want somebody that you're not having in your life anymore, like knowing, like, are you dating somebody? Are you with this person? Etc. How are they feeling? But I also see this friend feeling very guilty. I feel this friend is feeling very guilty and is actually wants to tell you, but is afraid because they know they passed your boundary. Like, it happened. Life isn't perfect. It's about admitting our wrongs. And I feel that if this person comes and shines a light on you, it's like, look, I thought, like, you know, I know how much you loved each other and I just didn't want to see, like, two people I love so much hurt. So I was just trying to help, even though now I know it was really fucking wrong. And I do see the ability to overcome from that. But when it goes back to your love question, because that was much more important. When it comes to your love question, I don't see anytime soon a big romantic life popping up. But that doesn't mean it's not happening. Spirit wants you to focus more, like, I see around December time. December time, I see a form of love that's flowing. So allow yourself to stay open-minded to love. If you're on dating apps or etc., maybe try to even set the preferences differently. And only really search for people that are looking for the same things as you. Like, if you're looking for a committed relationship, filter your settings that only people you will see are ones looking for those relationships, etc. Okay. Next free person. Okay. Let me scroll up some. Okay. Wait, you... Yeah. No. Also, guys, you can click on the screen, the description, and see the types of questions that are not eligible. And those would be anything involving health, legal, and marriage. Okay? Appreciate you all. Good to see you here too, Tisha. Okay. Christina Capricorn. You would like to know, are you with the right Taurus? Are you with the right Taurus? Yeah, absolutely. Spirit is letting you know right now. So did you start as friends? I see that you could have started as friends, and that dynamic was something you guys did not expect was going to turn into something more. See, with this loose ends, time of closure, business settled. The reason you're saying it, are you with the right Taurus, is because I believe you've received messages about a Taurus being your person. But you have had a history with Tauruses. You've had at least more than, like, Tauruses seem to be a very type of zodiac sign that attracts into your life quite a bit. The person you're with right now, remember, these are collective, or this is your reading, but we're in a collective TikTok, which means there are people part of your collective here, and I am doing everything I can to channel only to you, okay? But what I do have to say with that is this person, they are right for you, right? Okay? If we're talking about divine countership, a marriage, there is much more time needed before those words and etc. be ready to come to light. But right now, this person loves and respects you, and you're serving a purpose. And this is a potential divine counterpart. Allow yourself to, go forth with this connection and just see where it goes, okay? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Just looking for the yes, no people. Thank you for your patience. Let's see. Okay. Lotus Flower. You'd like to know, you broke it off with a Pisces man and you're a Virgo woman, and you want to know, did you make the right choice? Let's see. You absolutely made the right choice. They're like, promote her right away to know she made the right choice. This partner had a purpose in your life, your karmics. They were a reflection. And what I'm hearing is you're like, I'm not going to be with somebody like my father. And I'm not saying that he did something terrible to you, or I'm not saying that everything about him was a terrible father, but this person definitely could have done way better in taking care of you. And you were starting to realize, I am attracted to what I was attracted to about him was the familiarity. And that's what the ego for a long time registers true love and somebody's supposed to be in your life just as things that were familiar to you. But I see that you continue to rise and grow. And you two probably were together I'm hearing you were together for a while, or you talked for a while, and then you weren't together that long. But the dynamic was you've been in your guys' life basically like a relationship for a very long time. And this was a constant back and forth. Spirit was promoting you to leave this because not only was it draining you emotionally, it was draining you physically, and it was draining you financially. They want you to know you made more than the right decision. You see, Pisces men can be some of the greatest people to talk to, but if they're not healed, well, like windstorm. I mean, we all got our moments, but this dude still has a lot of work to do. And you absolutely did make the right decision. Just wish him the best from afar. You know, you can love the time that you spent together, but that doesn't mean you keep loving the person and being with them because of who you were in the past. Okay. Honored to help you. All right. The Divine Illuminator. Your name is Ryla. You're a Cancer, and you'd like to know, will you meet someone? Will you meet someone? Will you meet someone? Promote the movement. Promote the movement. The preparation. Promote the movement. It's something they're telling me in my head. They're telling me to promote to you that you will find somebody new, but you have to get out of your comfort zone. See, you're the one with the kinetic energy. You're the one where it's time to move it and throw it. Send it outwards. You've been preparating. Okay? Spirit wants you to go ahead and look for love the way they want me to word it. It sounds too simple, but I'll say it to keep the message going. Look for a love that finds you. Look for a love that finds you. Like a North Star. I'm starting to see nighttime. I'm starting to see... Are you going to a concert soon? Are you going to some form of outside, like, is it like a stargazing event or something? Because now I'm just like, I'm staring at my black wall and I'm seeing stars everywhere. You're going to meet somebody new. And it looks like it could have even, it could start as a friendship. And there's just like, it's like instantly though, it's like, there's just like this playful energy between you two. And I'm not saying that night you're going to speak up about your feelings for each other, but it's going to start something. Okay. If you don't already have a plan to go somewhere, this means you're going to be randomly invited out. And if you go and you allow yourself to release expectations, spend time with your friends, this could be somebody that comes into the group that you don't know. This could be somebody you meet just at this event and bump into each other and just start talking. And you're like, man, we could be really good friends. From the moment you see each other, though, there'll be an attraction. Yes, you're going to meet somebody new. Go ahead and let yourself do the movements to put yourself in a position where they can find you. All right, this is the last call for Super Chatters. Last call for Super Chatters. Let's go ahead and put anybody else that's put themselves on Sense Store the Explorer. Last call, Super Chatters. Okay. There, got you. Got Alicia. Stacked Ridge. Yeah. And then Giselle. Just call me Nicole. Okay, good. And then Giselle did another one. All right, perfect. Amber was on. Thor the Explorer, there we go. Stacked Rich, again, got you, homie. Steven. You're on the list. Sarah H. You're on the list. Alexandria. You're on the list. Megan. Got you. Karen. Got you. Let's go ahead and flip to finish. Oh, actually, could I just use that little part now? It's not going to be enough. All right. Nikki Minko. Alrighty. That's it for the designated super chatters, okay? Anybody else that goes ahead and super chats after this moment will be the people that we start with on our next stream tomorrow, okay? So let's go up to Chanel and start this group of super chatters. Okay, we're starting with Chanel. All right, Chanel, not Chantel, because it was Chanel and then Chantel. So with a C, Chanel's the first one. All right, Chanel Payne. You would like a general pull, okay? General pull. So you're wondering if a connection was thrown away or if this was something that was supposed to stay. This connection was meant to teach you a lesson. And I do see there was a lot of fighting between you two. But there was also a lot of thoughtfulness. There was a lot of care. There was a lot of compassion. And you two brought out the best and the worst of each other. What Spirit's want you to know is that the divine, the person that's meant for you, was not this person. You served a purpose and you were a big part in each other's spiritual awakenings, but now it's time for you two to gain other connections. Right. All right, now Chantel with an S. Okay, so Chantel, you asked two questions. Your question has two things in it that are exactly what I say I don't answer. So I don't do questions about children. I don't do questions about legal. I don't do questions about health. So I'm just going to give you a general poll, okay? And in the future, I understand if you didn't look at the description to see that, but I suggest all of you, I put a lot of time into these descriptions and everything, so it's in there for you. But I do not answer those types of questions on a live, so let me go ahead and just give you a general poll, okay? All right, let's give Chantel a general poll. All right, main event, final match, deep anticipation, what you've waited for. Well, what I can tell you, your law of attraction is telling me that things are flowing to you, okay? You're allowing yourself to set up these physical boundaries and spiritual boundaries. There was a long time that you were giving to a person that was not giving back to you, and you chose, this person's going to either turn me into the villain of my own story or the superhero based off if I decide to leave or stay. Staying with this person is going to bring out the worst of me. So no matter what, it's time for this to go. When you chose that, you open up a whole new door of spiritual reality. What I'm hearing right now is this year you have a big event that you're looking for. If you continue to allow yourself to put this energy in, not feed into the parasite's thoughts, and not repeat old patterns. I'm also hearing breaking communication, etc. It looks like this is going to be a very successful year for you, okay? Got you. All right, Alicia. Let's go ahead and give you a general poll. Right, you're wondering if it's time to leave something. You've been drinking a lot of water. She is taking care of herself so she can trust. You think something's off with a lover. Like somebody, either you think somebody's keeping something from you. Well, no matter if this is love or if this is a friendship type of love, there is something that's being kept from you, but I don't see it in a bad way. Go with me here. It looks like somebody has like a celebration to share with you. Very interesting. Yeah. And now I'm starting to see more of a friendship type of thing. This is cool, actually. Your friend's keeping a secret, but it's not because it's bad. It's a big celebration. It's something they've been waiting to happen for a while, and it's actually like eating away at them, not being able to tell you this. Don't go to your friends now and start being like, "Are you keeping something from me?" Because whatever they're doing, it's for a cool reason. They have a plan. However, maybe they got a new job, maybe they got engaged or something, but what I'm seeing right now is there's a big event that's already transpired, and when you hear it, it's like stars are going to go everywhere, and I see you guys like getting up and like hugging and like jumping. Your friend's about to give you some great news that it's been killing them to not tell you. All right. All right, now Stacked Rich. Is that the next person? Stacked Rich. No, that's not the next person. That next person is Alicia. Or is Alicia the one I just did? Yes, Alicia's the one I just did. Now it's just call me Nicole. Thank you for becoming a member. Let's go ahead and give you a card pull for a thank you and a welcome for joining the membership. Okay, felt like a butterfly sting like a bee with that balance. I see that you have awakened to your ability to, this is very interesting, draw things into existence. You're an illustrator. We can write things into existence and we can draw things into existence as well. I see you, with your art, what you've created for a long time was, I see somebody that even started more with like, you would like, it has to be some form of, I'm not an artist in that sense, so I don't know what the technical terms are, but the type of art you did involved like pastels, color, watercolors. This is that type of splash, type of looking and etc. And your stuff used to be very like, it's like almost fruity. Like that's the way they want me to say it, like the vibrant colors of fruit. And then time started and they become darker. Your art is an expression. Your art is meant to be seen, my friend. Even if this is more about music. If you're an artist with music and I'm seeing the way that the colors and everything are when you're creating. You're a creator. And this balance that you can bring to the world showing your creations, you must release imposter syndrome. There is something you're meant to present to the world. It's beautiful. Okay. All right, now Stacked Rich. Let's go ahead and give you a general poll. Let's see. Okay. So you're feeling right now like there's some dark features about a dark featured female friend. Do you have a crush on somebody that's a friend? And they could even be more of a petite type of individual. They could even have like the black hair. I think there's a connection you're sleeping on. You have a friend that's a crush on you. But it looks like both people would very much be afraid to miss each other. Or afraid to this to not go correct and then would end up missing each other. Something I am being told to tell you. You definitely both have like yin-yang eyes. One of you has dark eyes, one of you has bright eyes. And it looks like more could form in this connection. And it's somebody, it seems like if you figured out, like the lights were on, like you figured out who this is, you would like them back. There is definitely a secret admirer that you spend time with. Alright. Okay. Now, Justella sings. You have a general pull. General pull for Justella sings. Okay. Well, there's a masculine. You're tired of having masculines that break their promises. I see that you have gone ahead and stopped a connection. It feels very blank, like this person went from presenting themselves as this loving protector, but then just started wanting things from you. A person made it seem that they had more than they really did. And every time you started to try to question, just understandable questions, it's like you would be ostracized. Spirit's wanting you to know that you've had a divine intervention from a masculine. And once this person realized they wouldn't be able to see your connection as a safe space for them anymore, aka having like a financial help, or even just a place to stay, or this even could be the emotional side of exchange I'm seeing, they shattered away from your life, and they kind of expect you to chase them. Spirit's telling you to stay physically where you are. You're actually going to be able to attract in a new person who's going to take unconditional actions. Right now, the silence is screaming. And they want me to say it that way because silence is its own form of... I don't even know the right way to say it right now, but silence is its own form of language. It's basically like stating, I'm going to punish you. Depending on the situation. This specific one, it's stating, if you're going to do this, if you're going to put these healthy boundaries up, I'm going to punish you and make you chase me. There's something and someone better for you. Okay. Now, I also see that, okay, I see that you did another one, and his name is David. Now I have a name to the face. Does David have, like, black hair that does kind of like a swoop back type of black hair? And he has a really good jawline, like a really good jawline. Like, I know this dude's handsome, but the inward seems, the inside seems to be a little fake. Let's go ahead and expand off that for you. Is David Taurus part of your highest timeline? No. He's not part of your highest timeline. We're definitely picking up on the right guy. You deserve somebody better, Angelica. Okay, just call me Nicole. I see that you also did a message. Or you did a super chat to receive this message. Right, so you're an Aquarius. He's a Taurus. And you would like to know, are you guys going to reconnect? Are you guys going to reconnect? The warrior had to show... Yeah. I'm going to hear an apology. I'm going to hear an apology. Yeah, it's you. I had to see what position I was being at that moment. I was using you, and I didn't realize it. Okay, I'm hearing the conversation. It's definitely talking to the feminine. But the masculine, what he is saying is, I was using you and I didn't even realize it. I didn't mean to make you feel used. I'm not discrediting. He is going to apologize to you. Yeah, you're going to reconnect with Will.
Gryffindor!
You're going to reconnect with Will. All right. Let me light another incense for me as well. I just gave out. Right. You guys like my Sword of Gryffindor? I saw that. I was like, oh, I gotta get that. All right. Let's do this. It was Amber's turn. All right, you're Leo's sun, Scorpio moon, and you'd like to know, what are your spiritual gifts? Have you gone through a spiritual awakening? Okay, what are your spiritual gifts? Let's go ahead and let you know, what are your spiritual gifts? I already hear music with you. Middle weight. You've gone through a lot of hurt, my friend. Here's the thing. You're a powerful healer. To be a healer in this world, you have to experience pain. There's no way to help somebody else heal if you don't know what that pain feels like. You have many forms of spiritual abilities. We all do. But here are the 3 that are most heightened for you right now. You're clairaudience, which means you can hear spirits. Yes. And you can hear people's... When I say it this way... Okay, so there's a difference between like being clairvoyant and being it's a hard word for me. There's a difference between being clairvoyant and then being able to like actually hear what's going on in this world. This is not the same exact thing. This is a different ability. Clairaudience, it means you literally are like hearing a person's emotions through your body like an echo. It's like you can... It's some people think it's more of like the being an empath, but everybody is for the most part an empath. We all have empathetic abilities. This is another level. You can hear the music of a person's soul. Sometimes you can look at people and you can start being like, I'm literally hearing like rock music in my head, and then another person you're hearing like slow dancing, etc. Claircognizance, clairvoyance, all of that stuff is separate from clairaudience. You can literally hear the music of a person's soul, okay? And you can actually heal through music meditation. This is a very unique skill, my friend. Something you can do. You can write love songs that have the intention of healing other connections. I wouldn't be surprised if one day you become some form of lyricist or songwriter, etc., that literally makes songs for specific couples. This is like such a unique channel I'm seeing. It's like you have a business and what you do is couples who want like an anniversary song or even in a bad spot and they want to remind each other, like one of them is like, I want to remind them of the love we have and etc. It's like you will heal people through your music. You'll do stuff that's just for you. You'll do album or whatever, but there will be like this small niche you are in of literally also being able to even like channel a person and make a song for them, just like an instrumental or etc. And be like, this is like, you know how have you ever heard of wave frequencies and sound healing, etc.? This is the vibe it's in. Okay. Well, you're clairsentient, you're clairaudient already, and you're clairvoyant. So go ahead and allow yourself to expand more into those skills, and then more is going to develop. All right. Thor the Explorer. You stumbled. Hey, that's what's up. All right. Tiffany. You're a Taurus. You'd like a general reading. Let's go ahead and give you a general reading. Itch on the back of my neck. I feel like you have a spirit guide here that has something for you. Do you have a past loved one that... This is either a deep... This was a very big soul tie. Somebody you love passed on. It could be an actual ex-partner, or it was a family member where it was just so deep. So deep. They want you to know that they are your Archangel Michael. This person is always around you. See, Archangel Michaels. The reason I say it that way is because my universal truth, remember guys, when I say that, that means that's something that I believe that spirit and life has shown me, but I know for others, and I promote for others to always not listen to just one person. Do your research, live, see the experience, and if it becomes your universal truth, amazing. Because yeah, I think I made sense from there. Crap. It got me for a second. It'd be like that sometimes though. Okay, he has ADHD. Okay, he's telling me also that he had ADHD. This has to be a guy. He was either like your best friend, who was like a brother, or it was a relationship that started as best friends and then he became like your boyfriend or person, etc. And now I remember. Okay, good, I remember now. So all of us, our Archangel Michaels and etc., our Archangel Raphaels, Zadokels, my universal truth is that once somebody has died in your life, that's a very, very significant person. Spirit basically passes a torch. Archangel Michael, the angel, is protecting you in that force until somebody that passes in your life goes there and asks Archangel Michael to give me that torch so I can be that protector now. And that's why we all can be and have so many angels around us. If somebody in your life has not passed away, then it's the actual sentience, the angel of them until there's a torch passed. And for me to go even further into that, I would really take a long explanation. That's one of those things where I need to make a video to explain that. I need to make a series called My Universal Truths. And then you guys can go and watch that stuff for yourself. I actually just thought about that. I need to write that down before I forget. I've never thought of that. A Universal Truth series for YouTube. I don't know if you guys think that would be cool. But back to your story, my friend. This past loved one, he is your Archangel Michael, and he's your protector, and he is always floating with you. He will always give you a tickle on the back of your neck as well. I think he was the one that was tickling me, like let her know I'm here. This is beautiful. All right. All right, Steven. All right. You was just like a general reading. Okay. All right. What I got for you, Steven? General poll. All right, so you have that pre-workout effect within you. The reading from beforehand kickstarted you, and you're like, this is go time energy. Okay, Spirit wants you to know that right now, there is this person that sees you as somebody that takes away the red in their life, meaning you turn this blood red to like roses. It's a weird way to say it, but it's like they feel like they thought that they had love in the past, and they realize now that bleeding, that heart they saw was bleeding because of those individuals. But your soul makes them glow, makes them rise. This person and you are definitely going to continue to get to know each other more. The guides are saying that you have presently floated into each other's lives. And another thing I have to state is Marvel is like one of her favorite things. She's somebody that loves Marvel. Like, I can't even, well, it could be, if I start making me say that name in my mind. Loki could be like one of her favorite characters out of Marvel as well. So you guys will definitely have a lot of same interests, and that's something you're not used to in love either. A person that doesn't belittle your interest, wants to press play on those videos and etc. with you. This is great. Your law of attraction is phenomenal. It's time for you to go forward. All right, Sarah, you're a Sagittarius. What we got for you? What do we got for you? All right, you're in a time of learning. You're feeling like you're a sponge. You're ready to learn more things. This is about a specific job. Self-control. Your last job taught you a lot of self-control, but also from the very beginning, you even from the very beginning, you show a leader, like in a new job, how they're going to be able to treat you. Truly. A leader can tell from like right in the beginning of somebody, if they're a genuine, authentic, good leader, they're not going to use you. But if they're a leader who does not really honor the power they've been given, they can take their best workers and abuse them. You could be the worker that's like, oh, will you stay an extra hour? And you're like, yeah. Or, oh, man, somebody dropped their shift. Will you come pick it up? Yeah. You're a yes, yes, yes person because you were taught that's how you become successful in the world. Just saying yes and not complaining. Just doing what you got to do. And of course, we need to be able to be resilient individuals, but no. You are allowed to say no. And right in the beginning of a job, if you're like, yes, 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 that, if it's an unhealed or an imbalanced leader, is going to be like, oh, that's somebody I can abuse at work. They may not say that, but it's what they're thinking. Oh, they'll pick up the slack. They'll pick up the slack, but for the same exact pay. What I'm hearing with you, going into this next job, or if you're already in a new job that you're seeing clear now because you have a leader that doesn't do that to you, that past dynamic taught you so much about biting your tongue, but now this new job is about opening up. The new work area you're entering into promotes truly when to speak your mind, when you feel like something is wrong or you're needing a further explanation. That's another thing. Sometimes leaders will go, hey, ask me any question. And then you do, and they act like you're stupid. And then that basically defers you like from ever deciding you're going to ask them for help ever again. The new leadership around you is not like that. You are in that time of being a new sponge, but take all the self-control you did harness from your past and realize that this job, it's about that middle weight. You are to know when to speak and know when it's better for you to just be a fly on the wall. Okay. Alexandria, let's go ahead and give you a general poll. Right. Oh, what fell? It's the brutal words one. Come on. Okay. All right, so there feels like there was a masculine you stood your ground to. You're like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. He gave you headaches. Like literally, as soon as I entered your mind, my brain's like fucking throbbing on this side. You released a connection, and Spirit wants you to know it was the correct choice. No matter if this was a lover or if this was like a friend, because it just feels like somebody, it's either like a best friend, it's like you basically had a relationship and then you were taking care of them, or this is a lover. And the physical investments, you were given promises that were empty. I'll pay you back. I'll help you. I'll do this. And they wouldn't even, I'm hearing they wouldn't even pick up a dish and wash it. You went ahead and had your volcano moment. It was more than understandable. We said some things that were pretty harsh, and again, it was understandable because life's not black and white. Spirit wants you to know that this was a very big awakening for whoever this person was, and they needed to go through it, and you needed to go through it too, because you're part of that collective of our friend beforehand, where it's the yes, 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 and now life's telling you it's okay. Truly, it's okay to say no, and it's always been. But that fear, that parasite, clouded that. Spirit is definitely letting you know you can now actually financially invest into yourself more, and there's going to be a better fit friend, a better fit lover, etc. for you. Right. Megan, you're a Taurus, and you would like a general pull. Let's see. All right, you're feeling spicy about a person. You're like, I have an organized schedule. I have room for a lover. I'm ready to expand my private life. Like, I'm ready to have somebody to be intimate with. Spirit says, it's go time, baby, type of energy. I haven't felt that in a while, so you're part of a definitely, it's a certain collective I used to always say that with. And it was two people that drove far away from it. Okay, so you could live far from each other. And this could have to be kind of a long distance thing. It may be like a couple of hours or 45 minutes or maybe even something way longer than that. But this is great. Spirit's telling you this friendship that has developed into something more. Spirit doesn't want you to let it go. In fact, it looks like this person's wanting you to message them. Could be waiting, or it's just taking organic time to not give pressure to either of you to make anything go faster. But you both want more. All right. All right, Karen, you're a Taurus. You would like to know, is Kevin being honest with you? Is Kevin being honest with you? There's something Kevin's keeping from you. I'm not saying it's this crazy drastic thing that maybe the parasite is wanting to believe it is, because there is a truth, but I can feel that parasite filling in the gaps, making it way worse than it actually is. I don't feel like this person can give you the commitment that they first said. It's not that there's another person. And it's like they kind of love bombed you too, didn't they? They were like, you're everything I've ever looked for. You're my soulmate, blah, blah, blah. And there's a difference between being able to express in the beginning that you're both people that love deeply and just know when your heart's for something versus love bombing. Those are two totally different things. This almost fell. And that's the thing. He love bombed you for a while. Kevin's not being honest, but it's not about like there being another person. It's not something of that form of unfaithfulness. It just feels though like a lot of avoidance and somebody that gets very bored easily. And you're deserving of more than that. Everything in life is a balance. Nobody's perfect, but this just doesn't seem like that type of mesh. All right. All right, now next person. Nikki Minko. All right, you have you're traveling soon, and you'd like to know, is everything going to go well? Is everything going to go well with your travels? So, absolutely. They travel, whoever is the person that's going to be, if you're on a plane, the pilot If you're driving with somebody, if you're the driver, it's going to go safe. They know what they're doing. They got your back. It's that parasite. You're going to have to allow yourself. There's going to be times when you're traveling where, especially if you're going on like planes or anything, there are going to be times where you just have to bite your tongue and allow yourself to do what you have to do to get forward. You may see something you don't like. You could see somebody getting discriminated, etc. And everything in you wants to protect, wants to be like, I need to defend. And it's a situational thing. I am hearing your travels, the safety, about the location and everything. Yeah, solid. Good people, responsible. It's about the parasites making you think things are going to go bad. Not allowing yourself to, it's kind of impossible to make yourself not have compulsive thoughts, right? But I guess find alternatives to those compulsive thoughts. So like if you know something, you're starting to get triggered, have like a book or have something that you have preloaded that you know if I'm going to get nervous or if I need to look at something, this is what I'm going to pull out. If this isn't anything to do with like a plane or anything, then maybe you'll be just talking about the road, and there'll be times where it's like somebody's cutting you off or being an asshole, and you're getting road rage because you're on the road for a long time, and you may just speed up a little bit and end up bumping and there being an accident. Not something that's drastic and bad, but definitely is a hindrance and puts hours of you back in your day, and then it's a bill you have to worry about. However this resonates for you, the ride is solid and safe. It's about your parasites you focus on, okay? All right. All right, let's see now. If anybody has super chatted since Nikki, I'm going to go ahead and write you guys now down. Let's see. So the last one was, who was it that I just read? Scribbled it out so good. Nikki Minko, that was the last one. All right, perfect. I know where to start. Justella, yes, I did. I did do your reading. You're going to have to come back then and look. All right? It had to be in the last hour. Probably even the last, 30, 45 minutes. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I saw that Divinely Guided already said that. Okay. I wasn't calling you out. I just wanted you to know. Okay. Thank you, D. The homie! Okay, Tracy, I'm adding you to the list. All right. And you just have a general? You just like a general? Down. Shanna George. Got you. And you have a specific question? He sees actions. Tomorrow when you see him? Tomorrow see him. Okay. Okay. Next person. Okay. Honored to help you. All right, Michelle, you are added. Let's see. Does the universe have for you tonight? All right. Just so you know, the ones I'm writing down right now, I probably like 30 to 40 minutes ago at this point, I did last call for guaranteed super chatters for tonight. So these are answers that will be on tomorrow's live stream. Okay. Alvin. Should you watch? Will watch for next romantic connection. Next romantic connection. Right. Okay. Perfect. Okay. It looks like that is it for the super chatters. So Tracy, Shauna, George, Michelle, and my boy Alvin, you will be the first people that I do on tomorrow's stream, which will be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you guys are interested in getting a personal reading with me, my website is linked on all of my social media platforms. If you go to my YouTube profile and you look on in the bio, you're going to see offprintment.com. You click that, that is where you can request a reading from me. Make sure you check the services tab to see all my available services. And simply when you click on the website, the top right corner, there's going to be 3 lines. You click that, it's going to open the menu. And then you see my services, you click there. Or if you automatically already know the reading you're wanting, there is a button right on the home screen that says click here to book your reading. Also, I utilized my Boxer's Oracle today. These are my tarot cards, or these are my Oracle cards, the first of many decks I'm going to make. If you're interested in having one for yourself, I do currently have them in stock on my website. Same exact place, and you'll see a button on the home page that says click here to purchase your Oracle deck. I also put 2 special little gifts in there, 2 really cool stickers, and a handwritten thank you note from yours truly. So if you're interested in picking any of these up, I got plenty in stock for you. And now we're going to go ahead and conclude the live stream for today over here, but we are having an after stream on Twitch. Twitch at UncleBronze Official. Over there, I decompress with you guys by playing video games, chilling, vibing, but every single stream I do give away one entire free tarot reading. So over here, we're doing 1 questions for everybody. Over there, 1 person wins an entire one. So we pick a topic, like career or love, and then you get 4 questions you get to ask me, and we deep dive into it. I go ahead and I take a picture of the spread for you, so while you're reading your message, or while you're reading your while you are reading your reading, you can also have a picture to view it. I'm decompressing, so whenever I start decompressing, I can feel myself getting like this kind of like stuttering energy. But anyways, that is what I got for y'all today. If you're interested in joining us over there, that is linked in my social media platforms as well. That's Twitch at UncleBronze Official. I'm going to be going on there at 8 or at 10:30. Oh, it's 10:20 right now. I'm going to need to give myself at least like a 15. So I'll be on before 11. I wanted to get on at 10:30, but now it's 10:20. I need at least 15. So I'll be over there right around probably 10:45. And other than that, if you're not going to join us there, next live stream will be over here tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I appreciate you all deeply for being here. I hope you have a great rest of your night, morning, evening, etc. Let's get it.